funky.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Tarot with Tay. Welcome to the Tay gang. If you've never been here before, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the bell to be notified every single time that I pull up, okay? Thank you guys so much for the love, the support, the donations, the bookings, everything that you do to support this channel, provide love to this channel. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. So as you can tell from the title, we're doing one of the oh so famous, how do people perceive you, okay? So we have 4 groups, as you can see here, from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these initial cards are going to give your first impressions, like immediately, what do people think of you, okay? So choose wisely based on your intuition, and let's find out how people perceive you. If you would like to book a personal reading, hit the very first link in the description box to make that happen. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop to it. All right, so jumping straight in, if you selected group 1, then this is your reading. I'm hearing selective, watchful, mindful. So right away, people perceive you to be the observant type. I'm picking up wallflower energy. I'm picking up heavy Gemini for some reason. I'm picking up someone who is very, again, mindful in terms of the company that they keep in order to keep their energy clear. If I can find, there we go. You're very mindful of who you keep around because you're very mindful of your energy, all right? So let's see what your very first card is. The 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. People see you as very independent. Like I said, a wallflower, someone who's really focused on their own thing, focused on their own abundance, focused on their own future, focused on their own garden, if you will, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and place your card right here as we dive deeper into your reading. I'm hearing, so sick of love songs, so tired of tears, so done with wishing you were still here. So almost like love sick, but actually sick of love. Okay, that's kind of energy I'm picking up here. Almost as if you've gone through the ringer in love. Like people feel like, what's coming through? People feel like you've dated around, or you've like tried to date, but it just didn't work for you. And so you're just kind of like Miss Independent, Miss, Mr. Whomever you resonate as. All right, yeah, we have the 5 of Cups here. About those 3 cups that spilled over, but you're like, you know what? These 2 cups are still helping to keep my garden nourished, so I'm just going to focus on that. Your first 2 tarot cards, we have the Crone. This is all about wisdom. This is about listening to the whispers of the world. And we have the Priestess of Cups. Yeah, your intuition is through the roof. That is something that people perceive about you right off the bat, is that you're just very intuitive, okay? Highly intuitive, highly intelligent. And like I said, mindful of the company that you keep, watchful. People view you as someone who is very wise. For some of you, there is a spirit guide that is with you, and for some reason that spirit guide is really coming through here, like maybe a grandmother. It was a masculine, feminine energy, if that makes sense. Like it was like a grandmother that was a protector, like a masculine energy, but it was a feminine energy that embodied a masculine energy that is really protective of you. But I'm just getting like really heavy, I'm hearing warrior priestess, okay? That's the term that just came through. Warrior priestess. Watchful. You're just very cognizant of the company that you keep. People feel like you might have been kind of like, why is that word coming through? Juked in the past. Something about just getting played, basically. That's the best way I could say that. People view you as someone who got played in the past, and it's made you very watchful, very mindful. I'm hearing deceit. Yeah, people see you as someone who sees straight through deception. It's something about these tomatoes here. So like maybe you're growing tomatoes, or something about ketchup. I'm hearing the term winter. What else can we get about the Nine of Pentacles group? How do people perceive them? Eternal change, it will pass. And this is referring back to that energy that I was talking about when I mentioned being watchful and like kind of love sick, but sick of love. The color purple is resonating here too. Your crown chakra is wide open. People see you as someone who's very intelligent, very wise, and it's a different kind of wisdom that you possess. Devotion, deeply attached. Again, this is resonating with that that spirit guide energy that I was talking about. You're very connected to nature as well. You might quite literally have a garden, as I mentioned, the tomatoes. And then we have vitality, stay young. And what I'm getting here is that, you know how the people will joke and say like, oh, that person never ages, and then someone will say like, it's because they don't have kids. It's like, you're that kind of person. You're like the rich auntie. That's the kind of vibes that you give. Look at that. Effortlessness, take it easy. People view you as someone who doesn't have to try too hard in life, but you still are prosperous. You still get what you want. You are you're viewed as someone who's very lucky and always celebrating something. And it's always something that your intuition or those spirit guides have led you to. Then we have the Seven of Cups. Yeah. Always birthing, creating, doing something new, diving deep with something. You're viewed as someone who's very emotionally intelligent as well. But yeah, you're just seen as someone who's constantly moving, constantly changing. Like I said, I didn't say that. I was thinking it. Eternal change, it will pass. I see these as wheels turning, like always turning. The wheel's always turning. You don't get hung up on things, okay? I'm seeing that. I'm seeing that because you're emotional, you might get hooked on it for a minute, but the moment that you make up your mind to say, you know what, I'm done with that, look at that. I'm not going to take all these. No, I'm here to take it. When you say that you're done with that, you're done. This is a Ten of Swords, it's done. Then we have the Five of Pentacles. When you say you're done with something, you completely abandon it. No questions asked. The Ten of Cups, because you're like, it's not making me happy. Look at that. And then the Three of Cups. You're very much focused on what is good for you and what is nourishing you and what is feeding your soul. And if it's not doing that, you're not afraid to walk away from it. Okay, again, very independent energy. We literally have the 10, 3, and 7 of cups. So it's really like just thinking on a mathematical basis here. It's like, okay, 10 cups, 3 cups is about what's worth celebrating. And you're like, all right, if something's not worth celebrating, I'm not afraid to walk away from it. I'm not afraid to lose it. I'm also seeing honors and fame here. People view you as someone who is going to be well known for something. And I'm seeing dark side in this part right here. So for some reason, I'm getting that a lot of you will be known for like shining light on the darkness. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Someone who's very full of opportunities, always looking for the newest thing. These two came in the reverse. The Four of Swords, someone who is, again, extremely watchful, extremely mindful of the energy that they keep around them. And the Eight of Cups, again, someone who's not afraid to walk away from something that is no longer positively serving them. Especially, what I'm getting is that you will be emotionally invested in something, but you will still walk away if it's not serving you, okay? What else can we add? This is a door, so I feel like this is kind of like just you not being afraid to walk through new purposes, new meaning. You give life a whole new meaning because you're not afraid to do new things. Enter the chamber of healing. A spiritual gift of healing is coming to you now. Be open without expectation or preconceived notions and allow the healing energy to help you find the best solution for any situation that does not appear to be as it should be. Expect your miracle. This is why you are so focused on releasing and being observant, because you know that you view life as almost like a board game, almost like you make smart moves, okay? And at the bottom of the deck for you is the Talisman of Potency, which talks about sacred tools. Like I'm picturing people view you as someone who might even have like some type of witchy abilities, whether you use things to manifest or you're just really good at manifesting. And then on this side we have the Ancient Power Mysteries, and this is about honoring your own truth, honoring your own voice, and just being a strong force. Okay, what else can you tell me about the Nine of Pentacles group? What else can you tell me about the Nine of Pentacles group? How do people perceive them? How do people see them? Okay, so we have Guide. Didn't I say something about shining light on the darkness? Look at that. We have Guide. And then look at that little owl that's with her. Shining light on the darkness. You're not afraid to expose people, places, or things that are not what they pretend to be. Okay, you're not afraid to call someone out or call out a group of someone's, or whatever the case may be. You're not afraid to call things like you see it. Prince, romantic charm, and potential for power. And then a lot of you are just extremely charming. Okay, like people view you as someone who kind of can use their looks to their advantage, which goes well with the Nine of Pentacles and the Priestess energy here. It's something about wisdom and physical appearance that's coming through here, and watchfulness. And then we have the Father that came in the reverse. Dictatorial control, abuse of authority. Remember, I said that you will shine light on things that are not what they are presenting themselves to be. That's exactly what that energy is. If anything is having like a dictatorial control or abusing their authority, you're not afraid to speak out on that. You're someone who is very much standing for what is right, and you're not afraid to stand alone. Even if no one else is on your side, you're going to stand up for what you believe in. And then we have Mystic here. Revels in intimate union with the divine. Remember I said that you have like this little, like this bird on her head, this little the small doll, this spirit guide, and the sun I'm viewing as a spirit guide. This whale I view as a spirit guide. It's almost like you've found companionship in everything in your everyday life. You found the spiritual meaning in it all. It's like this universal love that's coming through here. We're going to pick out 2 tarot cards to wrap up your reading. These last 2 are going to be from the Nine of Pentacles. After people get to see all these aspects of you, or just part of these aspects of you, what do they finally think? Like, what is their final perception? Final perception, we have, I believe this is the Ten of Wands. I'm going to double check. And the Emperor, okay? Let me double check that that is the Ten of Wands really quick. I have never used this deck before, so there's that. Let's see. Let's see here. Yes, that is the wand. So 10 of Wands with the Emperor. People see you as someone who can handle a lot. You have a lot of inner strength, inner wisdom, inner power, a lot of inner authority. People view you as someone who can really take on the world, and somehow you will come out on top. And wow, Justice is at the bottom of your deck. People see you as someone who is very fair, very equal, very dominant, and very much set on whatever it is that you set your eyes on, you will get that. That's how people see you. Again, I said that people see you as someone with high honor, fame, someone who's noteworthy, worth watching, okay? That's why you're very watchful of the company that you keep and the people that are around you, because I think you see your own innate abilities as well. So I'm going to go ahead and leave your reading right here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If this resonated, leave love in the comment section down below to let me know. If you'd like to book a personal reading, hit the very first link in the description box to make that happen. But without further ado, let's get into the following group. So if you selected group number 2, this very first tarot card is going to tell us very first impressions. What do people think of you? Immediately I'm hearing intellect, ideas, innovative, focused, energetic. I'm hearing intellect again. Mindful. So I'm getting heavy like swords energy. So this could be any air sign. Okay, so I'm hearing Aries, Leo, Sag, so fire signs, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then I'm also hearing Virgo. So heavy on the Mercury, whatever is in your Mercury, people, this is like the very first thing that people catch on to about you, is something about your Mercury, the way that you communicate, the way that you think, the way that you are, essentially. So let's see the very first impression. That makes complete sense. The Ace of Swords. Someone who is very level-headed, clear-minded, someone who is not afraid to think outside of the box. I'm going to go ahead and put your very main card right here. Someone who's not afraid to say what they mean what they say, even if it kind of rubs people the wrong way. You're not afraid to speak out. I also see you as a strong force, someone who is not afraid to shake the table a bit, if you will. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And for some reason, I'm seeing these 8 little things, whatever they are, as like the 8 of Wands. Like again, you're not afraid to say what you're thinking. That's exactly what's coming through here. You're not afraid to say what you think, what you feel, what you believe. You are very much your own boss, your own leader is what I just heard. So wow, we have the Ace of Swords that just came out again, guys. You are very much your own, you're a free thinker. That's what the word is coming through here. You're a free thinker. People view you as someone who is a force to be reckoned with, or really not to be reckoned with, however the saying goes. But just like people feel like no one can touch your mind, your intellect, your mentality cannot be touched. Let's get one more tarot card here. A lot of you could be creative as well. Yep. And then we have the Strength card. So this is confidence. This is exuberance. This is childlike energy that I'm picking up. Bottom of the deck, the Son of Discs. A go-getter, not afraid to do, say, think, whatever the case may be. You're just really outside of the box, a free thinker. People just see you as someone who's not held back by anything, okay? Like if you have fears, people don't see them at all. I'm hearing like lone wolf, okay? Then we have openness. Wow, open the windows of your soul. People just view you as, what's the word I'm looking for? A clear channel. Like you're just always channeling divine wisdom, divine advice. People just see you as someone who's worth listening to, someone who's worth betting on. Is the energy that's coming through here. I'm hearing the word dynamic as well. Confidence, faith. You are very confident as well with this, and I just naturally put this under the Strength card. This is giving me heavy Leo, in Aries, Sagittarius, but Leo for sure. And honestly, even this Ace of Swords is giving me Leo because of all the yellow, oranges, and reds. So it's just your confidence to do, say, think, whatever it is, what you're feeling. You're not afraid to be yourself, and this is very empowering. People really look up to you, okay? People admire you. Wow, we have transformation, the art of change, self-esteem. I am true to myself. Literally exactly what I was just saying. And then what I'm also picking up here is that you are not afraid to change your mind and change your mind again and again and again until it feels right to you. You're not afraid to change your mind. But that's the thing. It's like someone may present an idea to you that triggers you to think of something differently, but it's your own way of thinking that spins the wheels in a whole new direction and you turn it into your own, okay? So this makes a lot of sense with the chakras. We have the purple for the crown and blue for the throat chakra. Always thinking and saying new innovative things, okay? And look at that, plenty. Be open for great things. You're always open to receive. You're always open and confident to receive whatever it is that the divine has for you to receive. I just saw the King of Swords. Makes a whole lot of sense. Like I said, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, big time here. Big mental energy from this group. Wow, bro. The Ace of Swords has come out for the 3rd time in your reading. This time it's in the reverse. And this way it's giving me nothing can change your mind unless you allow it to. You're very mentally stable. Wow. And as I said, mentally stable, we have the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. And then with the dog on here, it's like you're loyal to whatever you feel. No one can change your mind unless you allow them to change your mind. The 5 of Cups, you're very focused on what can go right as opposed to what went wrong. You learn from what went wrong, but wow, the 9 of Swords, you don't let it get you down. And then we have the Moon here. People find you to be like a mystery. People want to like pick your brain. It's the kind of energy that's coming through here. People really want to pick your brain to get to know, like, what have you been through? What is it that makes you the way that you are? You are one of those people that I could see in interviews and like just someone who's super intelligent. You might invent something that's never been done before, or come up with a new innovative way of doing something that's been done before. Okay. Yeah, the 7 of Cups. You're just full of new surprises. Okay. How do people perceive this group? Let's get 2 more. How do people perceive this group? Whatever 2 cards come out, I'm going to put them in the reverse because that's how the first group came out and it made a lot of sense. And it already came out in the reverse. The 6 of Swords that fell on top of the 5 of Cups and the Moon. You're not afraid to dive deep into things that might kind of like confuse anyone else. This card wants to come out. The 2 of Wands in the reverse. Look at that. This is giving me the type of energy that's not afraid to think of what's never been thought of before. Not afraid to go into those deep depths of the mind that most people try to stay away from. You're not afraid to explore the unexplored. Then we have the 6 of Wands here. And then with this lightning, it's just like, boom, you're struck with inspiration. You're struck with a new idea. You follow through with it. And even if it causes you a little bit of confusion, strife, worry, whatever the case may be, you're able to pull yourself out of that. You're very mentally strong. Mentally, I'm hearing inept, in tune, okay? You're just very mentally strong. Your mind is your biggest weapon. Then we have the Eye of Horus. Here we have the imagery. The Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that you are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. You are simply not afraid to be different, and so that is why the divine has chosen you to be like this divine channel, because you're not afraid to say what you mean what you say, and explore the things that you say. Even when things that you say don't make sense to you, you're not afraid to make sense of them. Okay, the bottom of the deck we have the Knot of Isis, and this is about having a deep spiritual relationship with the goddess. And again, for me, even though this is a lot of swords energy, which is masculine, it's coming through as very feminine in a confident kind of way. Like, not the type of confidence that a masculine energy would embody, but the type of confidence that a feminine would embody. The quiet type, the type that only speaks when spoken to. Not to say that feminine energy has to be that way, but that's just how naturally feminine energy comes across. I just split the deck to God. And that just tells me, like, people feel like whatever you say is straight from God, okay? We have slave and child orphan, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust and independence based on learning to go at it alone, conquering fear of surviving. This goes straight over here with the Moon, the 6 of Swords reversed, and the 5 of Cups. If anything makes you feel away, you're not afraid to explore that on your own, because that is where your intelligence comes from. That is where your downloads come from. That is where your most useful information comes from, as you are devoted to the divine. And that is why you are gifted in the manner that you are gifted, because you are simply devoted, okay? You are devoted, and the divine sees that, and they respect it, and they treat you as such. All right. I'm hearing this is the page turner. Like I think that's a garbage truck, so it might get a little loud, but you are the page turner. You are the person that's going to make a big difference. Okay, let's get one more. Jeez. The Don Juan spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. And for some of you, you're able to use your appearance. I feel like it's a juxtaposition, whether you're masculine or feminine. It's a juxtaposition. Your appearance is completely opposite of how people first would expect you to be. Like, if you know how they think like pretty people are not supposed to be intelligent, you're the complete opposite of people's expectations. And look at that, Messiah, serving humanity with humility. Again, you are just a straight divine channel, and that is how people perceive you. So going from the Ace of Swords that has shown up here 3 times, we have a grand trine of air energy coming through here. But whether that resonates with you or not, just know that air is very relevant in your chart. Mercury is very relevant in your chart. I'm going to pull 2 last tarot cards to see what do people think after they see these different aspects of you, or what they see past this Ace of Swords. Your last 2 tarot cards. We have the 7 of Wands, standing up for your rights, what you believe in. Again, no one can change your mind unless you give them the power to, unless you simply allow them to present something to you and you're like, okay, I'll take that. Look, guys, I can't make this up. The 4th Ace of Swords has come out here. This is beyond me. This is beyond me. If you needed to know if tarot was accurate, if it was real, 4 Ace of Swords have come out here. That's no longer a grand trine. That is a quad. I don't even know. No one can get in the way of what you believe in. No one. Unless you open your mind to let them. And also, I'm getting this other energy from the Don Juan. Not everyone gets to see this aspect of you. It's usually just your lovers that get to see like this deep, innate part of you that it's like you have this brooding confidence, this brooding, quiet intellect. It's like, oh my gosh, the way that you open people's minds. Bottom of the deck is a 2 of Wands. Very forward, free thinking, okay? Very forward and free thinking. So I hope this resonated. I hope it brought a little bit of peace, love, light, healing, but most importantly, clarity and truth. If this resonated, leave love in the comment section down below. If you'd like to book a personal reading, hit the very first link in the description box. But without further ado, I was very much intrigued by this reading. This was an incredible. 4 Ace of Swords came out. You saw. I've been pulling them right in front of you guys. So, excuse me. The crown and the throat chakra are your most important chakras. You use them to your advantage. You allow the divine to use you. And because of that, you are capable of things that you haven't even seen yet. So continue to do you. And the divine will continue to bless you. Without further ado, let's get into the following group. All right, so group 3, immediately I'm picking up artistic innovation. This group is giving me similar energies to group number 2, but it's something different that I can't put my finger on quite yet. It will come through. But there is something artistically innovative about you, something new, innovative, and exciting. You're not afraid to dive deep. I'm picturing the Ace of Cups as if you're like, you're not afraid to come up with new concepts. You're not afraid to do the unthinkable. You're not afraid to think the unthinkable. You're not afraid to create the unthinkable. My left ear is ringing. Yes. You're very receptive and open to signs, synchronicities, signals that come to you. So let's see. This is the very first card that is just going to like be like a boom slap in the face. This is exactly how people perceive you. So let's find out. Okay, the 9 of Cups in the reverse. Remember how I just talked about the Ace of Cups? It's like that 1 cup would give you your 10 of Cups. Okay. I'm hearing stubborn innovation. You are not afraid to, I'm hearing, do say, spray, kill anything in the way. Okay. Okay. You give like poetic vibes. You are creatively innovative in the sense that you create poetry, art, random inventions. You just do things randomly, but, well, to other people it seems random, but there's always a rhyme, reason behind it. Again, rhyme, reason. This group, something about poetry, the way that you lace words, okay? And I'm hearing lyrics to one of the very first rap that I ever wrote in my entire life. It's called Mental Illness. States full of mental illness. I promised I'd be the realest, not looking for clout, just healing till he come out the ceiling, exposing his power to millions. Oops, I meant to say billions. However, many civilians can keep your head up, resilient. Fuck everybody's opinion. Have territorial dominion over your thoughts. You winning. That's what it is. No one can talk you down from your creative innovation, okay? Whatever you want to create, you do it. You dive right into it. You're not afraid, okay? You are very self-motivated, very self-protected, okay? You do not let anyone get in the way of what you desire. We have the, look at that. Look at that, the Daughter of Cups. She is bathing in her own innovative artistic abilities, and there's literally no one around to observe. There's no one around to judge. There's no one around, period. You're very much all-inclusive in your own energy. You don't need anybody. And then we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, people perceive you as someone who's pretty closed off, okay? People see you as someone who's very protective of their energy, because this is how you birth your new concepts. Bottom of the deck, we have the Shaman of Wands. This is like the King of Wands, the Father of Wands, the old wise one of Wands. Very passionate, fiery, intelligent, very go-getter, very focused, okay? There's like something about this fiery passion about you that keeps you going. It's like you are your own source of inspiration, your own source of entertainment, your own source of truth. You are your own source. Healing, let it be. You are very much the type to be like, it is what it is. Yeah, like if someone, let's say that you put a piece out, like I just picture someone that's like a painter. You put a piece out and for whatever reason people absolutely hate it. Someone feels the need to express their disliking to you, and you're like, hey man, it is what it is. You take criticism very well, even if it's not presented to you in the nicest way. You take it very well, but you don't take it to heart. Reason, think it over. Because you've been through that already. You've already been through the parts where you were holding yourself back. It's like this Two of Swords was once you holding yourself back, and then the Two of Swords turned into you holding other people at a distance from you. Straight and true this way forward. You are not afraid to follow your own truths, to seek your own wisdoms. Like I said, you are your own source of everything. Look at these colors here. We have the root chakra, the solar plexus, and the heart. Ah, Rasta colors, okay? You are very much led by your intellect, by your confidence, by your groundedness, and by the heart. That's why you're not afraid to be who you are, say what you mean what you say. At the bottom of the deck, devotion, deeply attached. You're deeply attached to Mother Gaia's energy that's coming through here. Very in tune with the earth. So a lot of you could resonate with Rastafarian. Like I'm thinking of Bob Marley. You might really look up to Bob Marley, okay? I mean, who doesn't, right? But I just feel like with this group, it's resonating differently for you. We have the King of Swords. This is, I'm seeing fulfillment, their highest aims, okay? Yeah, you're very much centered and focused on whatever goals you set. You won't stop, and I'm hearing, don't stop till you get enough. Keep on. Yeah. Very much self-motivated, highly intellectual. And I'm hearing married to the game, and I said I do, okay? That's dreams to nightmares. Like you're very creatively innovative. That's the word that keeps coming through. And then we have the King of Cups that comes out right next to the King of Swords. And it's funny that I placed them this way because they're literally eyeing each other. But then they also have their backs turned in one aspect. It's like, what is that? It's like you have eyes at the back of your head for some of you. That's coming through very strongly. Okay, eyes at the back of your head. You face a lot of betrayal. People see you as someone who sees right through any type of deception. And indicates confiding disposition. Yeah, you're very mindful, and you know who and who not to trust, who to make a deal with. Okay, this is about marriage, and you're very mindful of the company that you keep. You're very mindful of the people that claim to love you too. I don't know why that's coming through so strongly. You're very in tune with people's insincerity. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of, yep, you are slow to move in love. And the Six of Cups, you're very slow to move in love. That's a random message that I didn't expect to come through here, but you're very patient and slow to move in love, okay? You put yourself on a high pedestal. And so if people don't match that energy, you're cool with being alone. Like, I'm seeing this home is like just you in it, and you're cool with that. And I picture this as like a fire burning, and I just noticed that this house has a fireplace. You're very content with just sitting by a fire watching it. I almost viewed this as like sitting by the fire watching it, but just like I see you sitting in a chair in your own home, just watching things that most people wouldn't watch. People would perceive you to be you're perceived as weird. I'll say it. I don't care. Who wants to be normal? Am I right? So I'm going to pull 2 more tarot cards, and I'm going to take them in the reverse because that happened in the very first reading and it just made a lot of sense. So I'm going to follow the flow. You're very mindful of who you allow into your home. There's a song by Bob Marley that talks about your best friend could be your worst enemy. Your enemy could be your best friend. It's that type of energy. The look at that, the 9 of Wands, and I put it in the reverse. You've learned your lessons. You've had your fair share of heartbreaks. Some of you might have been betrayed by a marriage, like a partner, like someone that you literally devoted your life to. Yeah, marriage keeps coming through here. A lot of you are not into marriage. You're very cognizant of who you allow into your home. A lot of you are not into that, okay? Some of you lost a significant other in marriage, okay? Yeah, and you're not really looking for another partner is how people perceive you, okay? Bottom of the deck, the 3 of Cups. You're finding your own contentment, happiness in your own darkness of losing that person. That message is very specific for a few of you, so take it if it resonates. This is a general reading. Leave it if it doesn't. We have the Miracle of Isis. Here's your imagery. Isis offers a miracle healing. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, problem, relationship issue, or inner struggle being part of it, you are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing. Let go and let the goddess be. Again, for a lot of you, you were forced into some type of independence. You lost a partner, and I really see this as like I won't say a lot of you, let me not say that, but that for the who's reading this is for, that's coming through for sure, that you lost a partner. For some of you, I'm picturing this as like a snake biting your hand. Again, it could be someone who betrayed you, that you thought you literally allowed them into your home, and now you're just very mindful of the people that you allow into your home. Look at that. And at the bottom of the deck is this door. It's like you're very mindful of who you let in. Enter the chamber of healing, because you've done a lot of healing and you don't want to transgress, essentially, okay? What else can we add to the 9 of Cups reverse group? What else can we add to how people perceive this group? I keep hearing the word innovative, and look at that, healer. So what I'm getting here is that some of you could be now or in the future some type of a healer that people come to, and because of your energy they want to stay around, but you again are very mindful of the company that you keep. Wow, we have engineer and servant, someone who's very, again, that innovative creator, like I talked about, child divine, innovation, creativity, someone who's not afraid to think outside the box to create a resolution that's never been created before. And you delight in serving other people, but you also delight in keeping them at a certain distance. You are not the type to mix business with pleasure, even though a lot of people would like to do that with you. You are not the type to really mix business with pleasure. Maybe that is what that information was about earlier. So from the Nine of Cups reverse energy, I'm going to pull 2 tarot cards to talk about people's final opinions of you, okay? Last 2 tarot cards to talk about people's final opinions. First, we have the Ace of Cups. Didn't I mention the Ace of Cups? I did. The Ace of Cups. People view you as someone who's very self-fulfilled is the word that's coming through here. Very self-in tune, self-indulgent. The King of Swords has come out twice here because you're very mindful of the company that you keep. I cannot stress this enough. You're very mindful of the company that you keep. You're very entertained by nature. Again, I see this cat being entertained by butterflies. And remember, I was talking about you sitting in a chair watching the fire, or just watching things that most people would not watch. And look at the Chariot. How he's sitting in this chair. It's something I'm hearing. A chair is still a chair, even if no one's sitting there. You're very, what's the word I'm looking, like shamanistic, I guess you could say. Like the Bob Marley energy that's coming through. Like Bob Marley would say something and not everyone would catch on. You're that kind of person. You're very spiritually in tune, very endowed with spiritual gifts and spiritual intelligence, and not everyone gets you. You're someone who's often very misunderstood. I could see that as well. That's why you kind of just learn to stick to yourself and be self-indulgent and a little selfish, which is, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and leave your reading right here. Let me know if this resonated with you guys. Leave love in the comment section down below if it did. Let me know if it resonated. I hope that it brought a little bit of peace, love, light, healing, but most importantly, clarity and truth. So if you would like to book a personal reading, I don't know if I said that already, hit the very first link in the description box. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into the next group. Again, let me just say Rasta. Something with Rasta. You resonate with that. You have to if you selected this group. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's get into the last group. Last but not least, if you selected group number 4, this is your tarot card that's going to tell us overall what people think, see about you. Now, immediately I'm picking up the Magician kind of energy. Like whatever your heart desires, you manifest it. You figure out how to do it. People view you as someone who's like a go-getter. I'm picking up like very fiery energy, but it's like fire that's balanced out with the subconscious mind. So like Piscean. I'm hearing Aries, Leo, Sag, Pisces. I keep hearing Aries. Yeah, Aries, Leo, Sag, and Pisces. So wherever those may be placed, and I'm hearing Venus, wherever those may be placed in your chart, they're very relevant to you. I'm hearing Pleiadian, Neptune, Sorcerer. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and find out what your very first slap in the face, like what is your overall energy? Boom. The High Priestess. It makes complete sense. Piscean, that subconscious, figuring out how to make it happen. It's like you're working on something and figuring out how to make it happen. It's something about this darkness, like you dive into this darkness that allows you to figure out how to make the subconscious mind. Thank you, Spirit. You're not afraid to dive deep over here to figure out how to make something happen. Most people are always thinking of how to make something happen on the physical, but you figure out how to make it manifest energetically so that it'll then manifest in the physical grander than what it could ever have done if you started with the physical, okay? So what else can we add to this final group about the High Priestess? How do people perceive this High Priestess group? I'm hearing the word innovative. That was a word that kept coming through in the last group. So if you resonated with group number 3, check that out if you would like to. What else can we add to the High Priestess? How do people perceive the world? Okay, look at that. Whatever you want, you make it happen. You complete cycles, you make shit happen. You're also viewed as someone who's able to, not, I don't want to say use people to your advantage, but literally people, you're a likable person. People naturally want to help you. And somehow, whatever it is that you want to create, you're able to help other people as you do that too. And so it's like, I'm hearing it takes a village, and I'm picturing like ants in a colony, like making something happen, making something shake. We have the Six of Cups. Look at that. All these people. It's like people genuinely love and want to help you, okay? And then we have the Son of Wands. Because you're very entertaining, creative, innovative, you're like the ringleader, okay? That's how I'm seeing this. Like, people view you as like the ringleader, the brains of the operation. Yeah, that's what it is, the brains of the operation. It's like, yeah, you're the brains of the operation, but you have the muscle to make it happen. Friendship. Oh my gosh, guys, like I said, you're very likable, very I just heard prestigious in your friend group. People really admire you. People really adore you and your opinion and what you think. People really look up to you. Curiosity, the burst of chains. People are very curious about you. Like, I'm seeing like people all around the world that want to, like, I'm saying we want to link up with you. Like, how I'm looking at that, people want to link up with you. They want to get to know you. They want to have a good time with you. They want to, it's like the world wants to help make your dreams come true. Intuition, deep down, you just know. This could not, there could not be a better card to come out with the High Priestess, okay? And we have the green for the heart chakra, orange for the sacral chakra, and yellow for the solar plexus, okay? So someone who's very in tune with their heart space. Like I said, whatever your heart desires, you know how to manifest it to make it happen, because you have the creative, innovative abilities and the confidence to make it happen. There's something about you being outgoing, but you're also very quiet. It's like, it's something that you don't try very hard to be likable, but you just, it's like your spirit just naturally draws people in. Transformation, the art of change. That's at the bottom of the deck. Again, you're always making something happen, making something shake. The Magician is all about change and making innovative things happen, okay? What else can we talk about with this High Priestess? What about this High Priestess? How people perceive her or him, whomever. The Two of Wands, a free thinker, someone who's innovative, always thinking of ahead. The Ace of Wands, someone who's very action oriented is the term that's coming through here. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Someone who's not afraid to pursue those crazy ideas. I'm hearing a natural talent for something. Then we have the Ace of Swords. It's almost as if you have a natural talent of coming up with ideas. Yeah, look at that. We have the Nine of Swords that just came out with the Nine of Cups. Wow. If you think it, you make it happen. That's what it was earlier. I forgot to mention that I heard that song, because I don't know the song that well. Sue me. Ariana Grande. It's like magic. I put my finger to my thumb and then I snap it. Like that. Like, you make it happen. You think it, you do it, and boom, it's right there in front of you. Your ship is coming in and it's got your name on it. Let's get one more gypsy card. The Seven of Wands, someone who's not afraid to stand up for what they believe in. You stand behind the things that you want to create, okay? Oh my gosh, shouldn't I say something about Aries? Guys, do you see this? This literally looks like the ram. I'm seeing the ram, the Aries ram. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles here. Oh my gosh, this is, if you're an Aries, this is definitely your reading, okay? Like, whether Aries is somewhere dominant in your chart, but I'm hearing fire trine as well. So you probably have a lot of fire in your chart, which would make sense because we have a lot of fire represented here as well. And I mentioned fire before we even got into this. That's what it is. You have the firepower of an Aries, the go-getter, the starter energy of an Aries. But you back it up with this Piscean High Priestess. Like, you have the knowledge to back your motivation. There we go. You know how to make shit shake. You know how to make shit happen. This card fell on the floor. But so let's see. Divine Sun Child. Come on. Come on, Sun Child. Look at this. All this firepower. Fire signs here. Blessings of the sun flow to you now. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without consent in the Egyptian desert. It is your time to shine bright. I'm hearing shine bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. And now I'm thinking of Aquarius because of Rihanna. Innovation. It's like you and the magician embodies everything. Even though the magician did not come out here for you guys, you are the embodiment of the magician. Bottom of your deck, the serpent of fire. Oh my gosh. It's something about firepower, about passion that keeps you going. But wow, you're unstoppable. It's like, you know how once a wildfire reaches a certain point, you just gotta let it do what it do, because it's going to do what it does. Monk, none. Selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. You're working on things that are not just for your own empowerment. It's for the empowerment of others. Look at that. You're making money off of empowering other people. And if you're not, you will be in the future. Okay. So don't knock it just because it hasn't happened yet, or just because you don't see it happening doesn't mean that it won't happen. This is the energy that's coming through people. And if you don't see this now, this is how people perceive you, as someone who can make money doing something that allows people to grow spiritually. Okay, look at that. We have companion. You are a friend of the world is a term that just came through. A friend of the world. So I feel like this group, you might feel a little alone at times, but you don't know how many people want to be in your energy, how many people want to be like you, how many people see you for who you are. Athlete, look at that. How many people see you for who you are and what you can do and the things that you can make happen. You go beyond physical limitations and you make anything happen. You transcend above all norms. Okay, bottom of the deck, engineer. You're a brainiac, bro. You're a brainiac and you're a maniac. You make shit happen. Okay, so I'm gonna pull your final 2 tarot cards to see what else do people like. What's the lasting impression that you leave on people? Okay, last 2 tarot cards of your lasting impression. What is this? I don't use this deck, so let me double check. It's the 6 of, I want to say swords. I really do. Yes, the 6 of swords. So the 6 of swords, you're very much at peace. People feel relaxed, rejuvenated, free when they leave your energy, okay? Yeah, this one's a page of swords. People feel inspired, refreshed. People feel renewed whenever they are blessed enough to come into contact with your energy. People feel like you are a blessing to the world. And we have the 5 of swords here. And for some reason, didn't I say that you might be feeling lonely? So I don't know, whatever it is, like maybe this is like an internet thing, but I'm just picking up for you. Although you may be alone in your living life, like your 3D world, there's so many people that see you and admire you for who you are. Okay, and that just really stands out here. So if this energy hasn't resonated with you yet, just know that it soon will. Okay, but you are very, I'm hearing profitable, intelligent, and I'm hearing high thinking, intelligent, inspiring. You inspire and enlighten other people. And when you do that, that's how you become a friend of the world, because you're just always trying to help people, build people up. You've reached some type of enlightenment yourself, and you are, I'm getting like, you can start making money off of being like a motivational speaker. If not now, again in the future. These readings are for past, present, and future energies, because you can make money off of showing people how to transcend their limitations. Okay, how to dance with life. Yeah. You are very intelligent and someone who is not to be fucked with, because you're literally unfuckwittable. I see spirit all around you, within you. Again, you got divine sun child. Like the sun shines on you at all times, because you're coming from the heart and your intentions are pure is another energy that's coming through here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave your reading right here. I hope it resonated. I hope it brought a little bit of peace, love, light, healing, but most importantly, clarity and truth. If you'd like to book a personal reading, hit the very first link in the description box, make that happen. But without further ado, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.